Alright, so I just wanted to make this video because I had the great fortune of seeing an octopus in Greece not too long ago while snorkeling, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience. So, yeah, let's talk about the octopus. Now, octopuses have so many unique features about them, but first and foremost, I wanted to talk about how absolutely terrifyingly intelligent they are, which is actually pretty surprising considering the fact that they only live 2 years. Some species, in fact, only live for 6 months, and this is made even more impressive by the fact that their parents don't teach them anything. They abandon them at birth. Which, you know, I mean, maybe some people can relate to, but that's off topic. Their intelligence has been tested in a variety of ways. They've been known to solve puzzles involving mazes and all sorts of things. They've been known to open jars. They can do all sorts of things. So it's not surprising that they are considered to be the most intelligent animals out of all invertebrates, and one of the most intelligent animals overall. There is even a species of octopus called the veined octopus, which uses discarded coconut shells as shelter, which, you know, something like that would be very, very useful for a lot of people when going out in public. I'm talking about those Discord mods and those Redditors. Now, besides their intelligence, octopus have a ton of fascinating things about them. Of course, they can change their colors, which they use to avoid being prey and to catch their prey. Now, if changing their colors and blending into their environment doesn't help them get away from a predator, they can also squirt ink out of their ink sac and swim away really fast. But I'm sure that most of you already know these two facts. But what you might not know is that all species of octopus are venomous. However, only one species can be deadly to humans. Now, I wanted to talk about this little guy for a second. The blue-ringed octopus. Despite being one of the smallest species of octopus, it is by far the most deadly. There are videos online of people holding this thing in their hands and showing it to their friends into the camera, and it is so hard to watch as these unsuspecting people do not know how much danger they are in, because this little octopus releases something called tetrodotoxin, which often causes full body paralysis. Now, the worst part about this is that the victim is fully aware of its surroundings, but it cannot do anything. It cannot move its body in any way, shape, or form. Or you might be able to move your eyeballs still, I'm not sure about that. But if left untreated, this can cause death. And another really, really bad part about this is that you can't feel if you've been bitten. So you don't know if, you know, you've been bitten or anything else. So if you're, and by the way, they live in Australia, where all hellish things live. Now, of course, don't hold this thing. Like, don't go, I mean, you can go near it at a safe distance, you can observe it, but do not touch it, and most importantly, do not hold it. It is incredibly dangerous. But most people do survive being bitten, with only 3 confirmed deaths so far. But more speculatory estimates put the deaths between around 10 to 16. So just don't touch it. Anyways, I just had to talk about that. But let's move on. Octopus are animals that live in dens. They don't build their own dens. If you're not, I mean, the veined octopus kind of does, but usually it's some kind of crevice or large crack in a in some kind of large rock or something like that. This is where they bring their prey back so they can eat it safely, and this den can also be shared with other animals like crabs, for example, and this can be beneficial for the other animals living there because oftentimes the octopus can bring back more food than it can eat. So all the food that it can't eat, it will throw away, and the crab or whatever animal is living with it can reap the benefits of that. So it's actually a pretty big strat to live with an octopus. Now, octopus aren't very social animals, but they have been seen cooperating with other species, usually fish. Now, actually it's not really cooperating, I got that wrong. It's more like the octopus just controlling where it wants the fish to go, and it does this by punching the fish. So yeah, that's pretty freaking wacky. Like I said, all octopus are venomous, and this is how they take down their prey. Most of the prey that octopus catch are considerably weaker than humans, and their venom can paralyze smaller animals. So they paralyze the animal, take it back, and then start eating them. I mean, that actually sounds like a terrible way to go. I'm actually pretty glad that octopus don't hunt humans. So yeah. This video wasn't very long, but I didn't really want it to be very long. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something or enjoyed it. Yeah, I already said enjoyed.